Okay, welcome to All About the Bay. I'm your host, Paula Joy, and All About the Bay. We interview small business owners in the Bay Area who are moving mountains one way or the other. Today on the show with me with Mr. Zane Daugherty. Okay, Zane
Yes,
Daugherty,
sir.
have to share with us today will be helpful to you, anybody who's looking to get fit, and you know what, you want to get fit, not just financially, but also physically. And so, Mr. Daugherty will share with us today what it takes to get financial, physically fit. You have all the money in the world, you have all the best food in the world, but you're not healthy. You're not healthy.
Right.
It's
hmm
useless. Welcome to the show, Mr. Daugherty.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Paul. Appreciate it.
Okay, cool. So you've been in San Jose. How long have you lived in San Jose?
I was born in San Jose, lived in San Jose probably a total of 35 years out of my life.
Oh, wow.
I'm so about say 35 years total.
I see. Have you traveled anywhere outside of San Jose?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've lived kind of mostly in the Bay Area, but also in the East Coast, Pennsylvania. When I was a kid, lived there for about 3.5, 4 years growing up, and then I experienced the Four Seasons and really liked the seasons and everything there. It was great. Where my dad was the principal of a school out there, and then we eventually moved back to the Bay Area where I was from.
So in the Bay Area, you can always wear your T-shirt, right? Send me a trainer all the time. We don't have to worry about the
Uh,
cold.
yes, that's one benefit of the great weather here in the Bay Area. Absolutely.
But don't you miss the Four Seasons in Pennsylvania? I mean, like right now, snow is just high.
Well, the Four Seasons are definitely more distinct and enhanced.
Yes.
So the winter, you have more extreme changes in the seasons, more extreme cold in the winter, as opposed to the summer, definitely warmer. And so the fall and the Four Seasons are definitely, and the spring are definitely very transparent and different from one another, as opposed to here, it somewhat is not as highlighted.
So you were born in San Jose, the heart of Silicon Valley, the heart of technology, global technology. People come from all over the world to come to San Jose and the Bay Area,
Mhm.
it's changed the world. And you decided not to go into technology, but into going to physical fitness.
Yes.
Tell us why.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, I've always been passionate about health and fitness my whole life, ever since I can remember. So it was just a natural path for me to take. I even tried avoiding it for a while, thinking that I didn't want to make my hobby my profession because I wanted my hobby to be something that was um, very uh, sacred to me and a place where I can go and just not be stressed out, and work out. And those are times where I could really unwind and think through things that I needed to think through. And my workouts were very much for myself, and so I didn't want to make my fun or my hobby, my release, also a job, or something that could be stressful. But when I decided to do what I love, it surprised me that it was so much easier to do it because I already understood it and was good at it and enjoyed it. And so things flowed much better. And I was able to do it and still keep my workouts and enjoy my workouts still on my own, and still do my um, help other people get healthy and fit through the in-home personal training service that I began to start and do and am doing today.
So let's say you find purpose, right? You find your purpose and you're fulfilling your purpose. It's something that you really love to do, and you
Mhm.
become so good at it, and it brings you the most fulfillment. And
Right.
because also you're helping people, to
Yes.
get fit.
Hmm. And one of the reasons why I'm also doing it is because of my own personal experience when I was not doing functioning fully in my gifts and talents. I was not very as healthy as I wanted to be. So when I was um, working elsewhere, I began to gain weight because I was kind of stressed out too much and
Mm.
unhappy. So that got me even more unhappy. And so I got fed up because I had always been pretty healthy and fit growing up with sports and athletics and, school, college. And so when I got into the working world, eventually I was starting to see myself get a belly and I was low energy and I knew that wasn't me. And so I didn't really know how to change it
Mm.
back to where I was. I was 40 in my 40s and my metabolism was naturally slowing down.
Mm.
I'm 50 now, so this was about 8 years ago,
Okay.
maybe 42 when I decided to make a change, or I was sick and tired of it. And so I started to look around and look for solutions. I knew what it took to get to where I needed to be, but with my 12, 14-hour work days, it wasn't going to be doable. I had to figure out a way to maximize my results with the little time that I had and get better results. So that's when I started seeking more effective ways to get fit with the time I had. And so I learned about, I was just searching all around and finally I found a way to do it through a personal trainer who showed me how to do it. And that's what inspired me. I lost 30 pounds while gaining energy at the same time.
Mm.
I didn't lose, I wasn't so hungry that I lost energy. In
Yes.
fact, I gained energy and I gained muscle while losing fat.
Mm.
And I couldn't believe the results. I just followed what the trainer told me to do because she had the results.
Mhm.
And so I followed it and I was amazed. It really, really worked. And so I thought, man, if I'm a busy executive, busy professional, um, if I can do it, then I can help other busy professionals do it. And then I got certified to be a trainer, and then I began building my team. And then eventually, about 15 months ago, I joined the Send Me a Trainer platform, which has the app and the technology to help my clients even more conveniently and effectively find a local trainer for their schedule and their goals through the Send Me a Trainer app, which functions similar to a rideshare where you can just send in your broadcast request and the trainer will come to you to your home with just a few clicks on an app similar to Uber or Lyft or a rideshare.
Okay, cool. So there's a problem in the Bay Area. People are busy. They're working
Mm-hmm.
a lot of our hours, and
Right.
for that reason, they compromise their immunity and their health and
Mm-hmm.
metabolism and stuff like that. So tell us a little bit about this problem. What you see as the most prevalent problem here physically for people.
Yes, great question, Paul. People are just overall right now, especially right now after the pandemic, they are exhausted. They're feeling like they want a change, but they don't know how.
Yes.
They're like, I can't stand being the way I am, but how can I change it? I've already tried these diets, I've tried these videos, I've tried working out in front of the TV with PBX or whatever it is, whatever program, but I don't end up being consistent anytime when I try to do that. It's like a roller coaster effect.
Right.
I start and stop, I start and stop. I see some results, great, and then I fall off the wagon, and then I get back on the wagon.
Mm.
And so people are super tired of that. And
Yes.
so they're thinking, how can I be consistent? And it finally dawns on them that they're going to have a trainer come to their home and make them work out. They're
Mhm.
going to have to treat it just like an appointment that you have prioritized on your calendar with anything else in life.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's not going to happen. So, and that takes meeting with someone, actually meeting with someone.
Right.
So uh, that's what the benefit that we provide is, that we help our clients be consistent. How? By providing the convenience. That's just getting on an app and ordering, or hiring a trainer, similar to how you hire a ride share, a car come to you to take you somewhere.
Mhm.
This is similar in the setup, and nothing like this has ever happened in the fitness world that I know of. It's the first time. So that's what's distinct about us, is that you can now have a trainer come to you in a matter of a few clicks, even in a few days or less, and show up. And based on your schedule, your goals, and how you want the trainer, even the trainer itself, because you're not locked into a particular trainer. You can rotate trainers until you find the trainer that you want.
Mhm.
So having a good fit of a trainer, having it based on your schedule with convenience, that's the magic. That's why Send Me a Trainer is so effective right now, and is actually one of the fastest growing franchise fitness franchises right now in the world.
Well, I can imagine that because we are almost to the end of the year, right? And then
Right.
we're gonna have these resolutions again. They say, I
Mm-hmm.
gotta go to the gym, and they start going to the gym,
Mm-hmm.
and 12 months is kind of long for them, right? So they don't
Yes.
have like these chunks, 3 months, I mean 3 months. They just get 12, I'm gonna get fit. Get by the third month, or actually the second month, even the first month, they're giving up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they pay for
Right.
membership and stuff like that. So, but you're giving them, like you said, the convenience. You actually come into their homes, right?
Right.
Just the ride share
Mm-hmm.
company will send a driver right to their home, or just like
Yes.
want some food, they bring it to your home and stuff like that. So the convenience, and then
Mm-hmm.
the accountability, I think is accountability as well. Because
Yes.
hey, if someone's gonna come to your home, you're not gonna stand them up, right? Because you're not gonna,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta leave my home and go somewhere. Make an excuse. I'm
Right.
not going to the gym. It's raining out there, right? So, but
Right.
somebody's coming to
Exactly.
your home and you have your schedule. I think that's a smart move.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. It's been super helpful for people who are desperate and they need solutions. And I mean, they're so desperate. I'm telling you, people get online and they're like, my doctor just told me that if I don't do something, I'm headed for a heart attack or stroke.
Mm,
I'm gonna die possibly.
mm.
That those are the type of clients that come to us, or they're in extreme pain or chronic pain, lower back pain, knees, joints, shoulders, neck, because they're at their desks so much and they're typing and they're so have to be so focused throughout the day, appointment after appointment after appointment. And so that those are the kind of clients that are like, it's starting to affect my productivity now. I'm starting to have more pain. It's starting to slow me down. I have to do something, or my doctor is saying, you know what, your vitals are really not good right now.
Mm,
Your blood pressure is too high.
mm.
Um, you are at risk right now. And so
Well,
they're
that's
like,
interesting. That's interesting because talk about personal trainer. You think like,
mm-hmm,
okay, just basically like people go to the gym. They don't
mm-hmm,
talk about health part. They're not really talking about the health part. They talk about okay, you're fat, you gotta lose weight. But you're talking
mm-hmm.
beyond that. It sounds like
Oh
a
yes,
holistic, right? The doctor's
it's
telling you if you
mm-hmm,
don't do this exercises, you don't do certain things, your blood pressure is compromised and you might die.
right, yeah,
Wow. And you see that very much in the Bay Area where people are just working, 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 right?
right, yes, yeah, we do. And it's because I can get into the reasons why, but the playing field has changed 50 to 100 years ago, where our foods used to be more nutritionally dense, for one, and we didn't have as many jobs that were sitting down at the computer without as much activity. So plus there's more environmental toxins in the air we breathe, the water we drink, more pollutants, pesticides in the foods and things like that. So it's a perfect storm. So that's the problem. You have more environmental toxins. Your kidney and liver is designed great to get rid of all that, but right now the kidney and liver is having a hard time keeping up with the perfect storm. It's too much all at once. So what does it do? It's saying, well, I have to get rid of toxins from the air we breathe, the food. The foods are less nutritionally dense. Oftentimes, I can get into why that is, but it has to do with the soil. The soil is not rotated. The crops are no longer rotated as much because they can produce more food if they put artificial fertilizers in it. So the food that's produced has less nutrition in it because it's not coming from the soil being as rich.
Mm.
Okay, so we have less nutrient dense foods. We have people not exercising as much naturally because they're at their desks, so they're not burning off calories. They're not getting rid of toxins through sweating. And they're not building the muscle, which also helps increase the metabolism to decrease body fat. And it's just, cardio is also good for your brain to increase oxygen to your brain. So you have better cognitive functioning and better memory for seniors. So it's just important. And so the perfect storm is happening where all at once we're being bombarded by less exercise, more environmental toxins, and less nutrient dense foods. But within reach, we have a lot of convenient foods that are also contributing to the problem, which is more processed foods like fast food restaurants and things, because we're so busy. Right. So what's happening is that people are like, I don't feel full until it takes more food to make me feel full because the foods are less nutrient dense, so you end up eating more calories. That's another thing that's contributing. So really, the solution is to be able to exercise more, but also eat more nutrient dense foods and the right kinds of foods, and also allow your kidney and liver a little bit of a break from eating as much, at least for a day or two. It's called intermittent fast. Mm-hmm. So there are some things that can be done, but it takes a trainer like myself or the trainers on my team who knows what they're doing to help guide the clients through a proven process that works. It worked for me. It's worked for the people in there in the background. That's Keith Lester there, lost 55 pounds. That's real.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So my audience, okay, people are watching us. Basically, it looks like there's a lot of problems and stuff like that, but let's give some samples. Show me some examples of people you've helped and what were their issues, not just the weight and all that kind of stuff. Of course, weight goes with all kinds of ailments, obesity and it goes with diabetes and all that kind of stuff, right? And maybe high blood pressure and all that kind of stuff. So let's see some examples. Now share this.
Okay. Send Me a Trainer is the solution for the things that I've talked about. Why is it? Because you're actually meeting with a trainer that can help the client consistently with a workout and nutrition program. My team is called Send Me a Trainer San Jose West because we're located mainly in the San Jose West area. We also provide, of course, the live online training. That means you're actually meeting with a trainer still, but live online, but also in-home. We still provide the in-person in-home training. The only exception is we don't train clients at a commercial gym where we would compete with the sales of the gym because they have their own employed trainers there. So great. So let me move on. The program building blocks are the right trainer. Book any of our qualified trainers at any time. That's key. It's called the Good Fit Guarantee. The right program. Each program is customized based on your goals. Accountability. We work with you every step of the way. That's huge, like you mentioned, Paul, the accountability piece. Because if they show up in front of their own TV, a YouTube video or whatever, they don't have the accountability.
Right.
It's just themselves. Consistency through convenience. Save time and hassle of going to the gym by having a trainer come to you. we're serving the clientele that knows that they're not going to make it consistently to the gym for whatever reason.
Right.
So we bring the trainer to them, not really based on a restrictive diet or focused too much on restriction, but more focused on what you can enjoy. Because if you don't enjoy it, it's not going to last. If you're always thinking about, I have to deny myself of this thing, it's not going to last, because you can't always have huge willpower. You have to be realistic and find foods that are that you enjoy, but are also going to serve your needs for health and wellness. We love to work with the world's leaders in nutritional cleansing, because it's a health and wellness program that has those principles I mentioned. Isogenics is the world's leaders in nutritional cleansing. We found them to have very good principles for nutrition with their research and scientific research that they have to make sure that they are following a proven process that's helpful. So we do love companies like Isogenics that stick with the basics and actually provide solutions for healthy on-the-go nutrition. That's why it's important to really talk to a trainer that knows what they're talking about, because that's part of our certification process, is that we are taught about nutrition. We don't give, we're not dietitians, so we're not going to give specific foods. We're going to say these are examples of foods in this category that you can have, and then they can decide what to do. Okay. So nutrition is huge with us, because about 80% of the choices we make regarding fitness a day is what we eat and drink. And 20% is regarding decisions we make about exercise. Are we going to take the elevator, or are we going to take the stairs? Are we going to park further out in the parking lot or closer so we can get more walking? Are we going to put 30 minutes into a workout today or not? So but that takes up about 20% of our day. What we eat and drink is about 80%. That's why as trainers, we have to talk about nutrition if we're going to try to help our clients lose weight, or gain muscle strength, or reduce the inflammation because they're eating foods that are causing the inflammation because they're processed foods, for example. So things like that. So our proven 3 phases of the program are to build, improve, and excel. We want to build a solid foundation that takes at least 4 months, and then improve, that would take another 4 months, and then excel would be an example of our 12-month program. We provide the monthly assessments, meaning that about once a month, we want to take an assessment and measure the results. Then we review the results, we update the plan, and we give homework assignments based on the updated plan. It's convenient, saves time and hassle of going to the gym by having a trainer come to you. We have access to top trainers, handpicked certified trainers with background checks. That's key right there. Each of our trainers are vetted and background checked.
Right.
The right program, each program is customized based on your goals. The majority of our clients, though, they get hired for one session. The client loves the session and they say, I want to continue with that trainer, because our trainers are great. They're just really good. And that's because I handpicked them myself, and I went through the process that Send Me a Trainer recommended to find the great trainers that we have.
Right.
Yeah. So standard pricing with our fair rates, no more wasting time getting quotes and negotiating. Secure and simple, easily make payments and track sessions on the app. Again, convenience. Better results through convenience. Connects clients with trainers with the app, two-way messaging on the app, track sessions. So you're not guessing, how many sessions do I have left? Secure payments. Okay, that's important, of course. You want to make sure that you're paying and it's secure. And 24-hour support. Okay, it's very important as well. Does it really work? Yes, we guarantee your results with a good fit guarantee, which means we guarantee that you'll love your first session. If not, we'll credit it back and you can use it with another trainer. And so I was more effective with my workouts and my nutrition. That's what's super important. Okay.
So all the workout is also with the trainer, right? So the trainer will come to your home
Yeah.
and will help you work out and
Yes.
nutrition. Okay.
Absolutely. One of my first clients, once I tested it on myself because I wanted to make sure it worked before I decided to duplicate it, was with Keith Lester. Keith was desperate. He said, I'm an admin in this company that's supposed to be, at chief. He's now the chief administrative officer at Satellite Healthcare. It's a healthcare company, and he's, not being the way he wasn't necessarily exuding health. Okay.
Right.
So he really wanted to make a change. All right. So and he couldn't fit in the plane seats. That was what he was telling me. He needs to be able to travel. So he just kept he didn't blink an eye. He followed exactly what I told him to do. And but I should actually he followed the nutrition plan pretty closely because it's so enjoyable. And he trained with me. He only worked out when I was with him twice a week, pretty much. I gave him homework assignments in between sessions, but he hardly ever did them. So he only worked out twice a week. And he gained muscle while losing belly fat, visceral fat, and he gained energy. And his testimonial is on my YouTube channel. So he was super happy. Lost 55 pounds. Then I continued on. It didn't matter the age, young or old. Phoebe Volkmar, she trimmed up, toned up, lost 13 pounds while building muscle and energy. Again, the Ice Body Challenge nutrition program with the workout program that I found to be most effective. And the workout program involves compound exercises, meaning that you get a lot done in one exercise. You work multiple muscles groups in one movement. Okay. So that's one of the key things that works. And for example, dynamic stretching at the beginning of the workout instead of static stretching, meaning that dynamic means that you're stretching while you're moving or working your muscles while you're stretching. So you're accomplishing more than one thing at once. At the end of the workout, when you're tired, yes, you can do some toe touches, some static stretching and be still while you stretch. But at the beginning, it's when you need to be moving while you're stretching. Okay. A lot of people don't understand or know that. So that's an example of why we get the results, because we know what we're doing. So, yeah. So Joan Keller Rankin, she wanted to be healthier, have better balance. And she kept trying. She had tried a lot of diets in the past and couldn't stick with them. And her doctor told her that she needs to have surgery for her umbilical hernia, and that she has to lose about 30 pounds in order to before she can have surgery to have this, the umbilical hernia surgery. And so she was very committed, and she lost 30 pounds while gaining strength, balance, and energy. She followed my workout and the Isogenics nutrition program I mentioned briefly. Okay.
She's in her 70s, 80s. What?
She's 83 now. She was 80 in that picture.
Like you said, it doesn't matter. One picture is a very young woman, and then in this case, you have somebody that's 83, so age doesn't really matter.
You can still make it happen. Yeah, young or old, middle aged. So that's how effective it is. So Pastor Matt Thompson lost 20 pounds. Again, he just followed my workout program. He has quite a story. He was going in for ankle surgery. His vitals weren't good, and he wanted to be able to be healthier going into surgery. His doctor was just surprised at how fast he was healing. And he was actually following my nutrition program I mentioned, because once you get the best nutrition, it will help your body heal faster, is my belief. And so he, after the post-surgery, he was healing up pretty well. And while his leg was propped up after the surgery, he wasn't doing a whole lot of exercising, but he was still losing weight. That's how effective this program is. Nutrition program. Yeah. So, and then here's a UJAM and Pilates instructor, Rose Ponce. She trains in the early morning at night because she loves it. It's her hobby. She's a trainer on my team, actually. And she's a CPA by day, an awesome CPA, and trainer by night, I like to say. She lost 20 pounds, and she was super happy because she wanted to have her health reset by the age of 50, which she had. She trimmed up and toned up, and this is the before on the top and after on the bottom. She's now still training on my team. And there's John Wheeler. He is, again, a lot of, like I was saying, busy executives. He is an owner with franchise owner with State Farm Insurance. And so he lost 30 pounds while gaining muscle and energy. He followed my workout nutrition program, as well as Farnaz lost 20 pounds as well. And then she ended up becoming a trainer on my team also. So it works. And we're probably out of time, but basically it's not the cheapest, but it's pretty competitive rates when it comes to quality in-home trainers. Typically in-home trainers cost around $100 a session if they're any good, at least 95. But we're able to get it down to 85 currently. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep it at 85. Probably in a little bit, it might go up to 90 or something. But 85 per hour, that's really good. Okay. And you just multiply that out. You get to choose on the app which one you want, twice a week, 3 times a week, or 4 times a week. Simply multiply the number of sessions in a month that you choose. If it's 4 sessions a month, that's 16 a month. 4 sessions a week, that means 16 a month. So 16 times 85 would be your monthly investment. I'm sorry, the 12 month is 75 because you're committing to a longer pack, so we're able to get the cost down. The 8 months is 80, and the 4 months is the 85 that I mentioned. So the 4 months is like a jump start. The 8 months, it says I need accountability. That's more sustainable long term. And then the makeover is the 12 months.
So the minimum, okay, so you got that 2 times. Is it 2 hours or 2 sessions? What is it? Is it like the bottom here jump start, right? You got 4 months.
The minimum would be our 30-minute option. That was the hour option. The 30-minute in-home training programs and packages are this screen here. The minimum would be starting at currently 55 2 times a week. So that would be the 12 months again.
Each time is 1 hour?
Each time in this case is 30 minutes. So with
the previous slide, right? The previous slide, each time was 1 hour?
Oh, yes, 1 hour. Yeah. So the 75 per 1 hour twice a week would be the minimum for the hour. And if you buy the packs up front rather than on a monthly subscription, it's an additional 10% off. So that incentivizes the person to really commit. The monthly subscriptions as well as an option. What's great about us is that the sessions will roll over to the next month. You don't lose them if you don't finish them in the current month. However, there is an expiration date on the sessions, which is typically about a month after the term of the pack. So if it's a 4-month pack, you have 5 months to complete it before the sessions expire, but the sessions would still roll over if they're unused, so that you don't lose those sessions during that period of time of the pack. So the only scheduling requirement we have is that we ask that the client schedules at least 24 hours in advance. If they need to change or reschedule or cancel, that they give at least a 24-hour advance notice to the trainer. Otherwise, it would be considered what's called a late cancel, or that session would be deducted from the paid sessions if it's less than a 24-hour notice.
So if somebody started with the build the jump start, right?
Mhm.
And then they enjoying it and stuff. Then can they now move to the makeover and would the fee be the same?
They can start with the 1 hour or the 30 minute. And if they say, hey, I would like to weave in some 1 hour sessions or something, we actually just started a 45-minute slot. We're testing it out with the trial pack. There's also a trial pack, by the way, to try us out at 4 sessions. And if the client says, I want to continue, then they can choose either the 4, 8, or 12-month packs. The trial packs are a one-time thing where it's at the best price point. One of the best price points is the trial pack to start off. But some clients are like, I know you guys are for real. I see your testimonials. I know that if I do the 4 sessions, I might not continue. So I'm going to do the 4-month now because this is the time I need to do it, or the 8 or 12. One of our popular packs, in fact, is the 12-month pack because, like I said, we get a lot of busy professionals who say, I've tried it all. I know this is what I need. I'm going to commit. Because we have a lot of business people who are decision makers. They're action takers by nature. That's why they're successful. That's why because our avatar, so to speak, or our typical client are people in the ages of between 35 and 55, and a little bit higher percentage are women, and they are typically a little more affluent than the average person because they're able to have expendable income to afford to have a trainer come to them. In the gym, it might be, let's say, $40 a session. With us, it's around 75 to 85.
Right.
So you get that convenience, but we have to cover our costs for travel, so we include that in the cost.
Let me ask you then, when someone is selecting the trainer, okay, what is the radius? Is it 1 mile radius? Is it like what, 50-mile radius? What is it?
So I try to keep the requests no more than about 15 to 20 minutes from where the trainer lives.
Right.
So that way the trainer can get there quickly, obviously, and not spend as much time in traveling and gas on the trainer's side, so that the trainer can consistently be there for the client. Because if it's too long and too much, then it'll be more difficult for that trainer to continue doing that. So the way to get started is to download the free Send Me a Trainer app, select San Jose West, and browse the app. And then it says, click here to broadcast request to all trainers. That's super important. Click that broadcast button, go through the fields, tell us what you need. So the trainers can actually see it and respond if they're available. If you want to lose weight or increase your fitness in some way, try out my service and follow my recommended fitness program. Having your own personal fitness transformation is a walking testimonial. And you can share your story and refer clients and help yourself in the process. Who can be helped, who are stuck and looking for a solution. That's really my heart, is take away all these things I've said, but the heart of the matter is people need help, and we're the solution. We can help them. If they struggle with time, if they struggle with accountability, and they have the expendable income, or they can say, I have to get this done, so I'll find a way, then they can at least do the live online training, which is which I shouldn't say a lot, but it's less costly than the in-person. So it's even more affordable. If the live online training is the way to go for them, and we recommend that based on their budget. So there are ways to make it happen, even if you don't have a lot of money. Really we're the solution for people who are serious and want to have sustainable results. Are they willing to commit? If they are, send them my way, because I want to help more people.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so I was talking about it. I asked a question. I said, you have the minimum is 2 sessions a week, right? You have one that is 30 minutes per session. Imagine
Right.
someone, even if you're commuting 20 minutes from somewhere, from San Jose to Newark, for example, you're coming to do a 30-minute session. Wouldn't that be better if you did, okay, two 30-minute sessions or two 1 hour sessions, right? That way, for example, or is there some reason behind why you should have two sessions a week as opposed to 2 hour sessions?
Mhm. If that's what's best for the client, we can make that happen. Have two 1 hour sessions back to back and just count those as two sessions in one sitting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to be limited necessarily to the San Jose West area. That's why Semi Trainer exists, because we want to grow, we want to expand, and so we want to help more people. So those are some options possibly. For the most part, however, it's best for the trainer and the client to pick a trainer that is fairly local.
Okay, so you're based San Jose West. How many other semi trainer franchises do you have in the area? In
Great question. So currently, I'm the only one in the Bay Area
Yes.
right now. There is a new one opening up in the Santa Cruz, sort of the Santa Cruz area right now. Um, that's the closest one other than me. There are a couple of them in the Southern California areas as well.
So are you looking to expand your footprint?
I'm looking to make sure that I serve the clients I have the best way I can, grow some. Um, and at that point, if I can duplicate it without lowering the quality of the clients that we serve, and I have the capacity to do that personally and in every way, then yes, I would love to grow and open up another territory, so to speak, with Send Me a Trainer. That would be somewhat close to where I'm at.
Let's say someone's watching this now and they say, oh, man, I like this. I love to help people like Zane loves to help people. And I want to be part of what Zane is doing here. I see the results, and
Mhm.
I don't want to be training people in the gym, or I'm training the gym of 24-hour fitness, but I have time. I have extra time, just like everybody do nowadays with Uber and Lyft and stuff like that. So I have time. I can use my own time, utilize my own time. I want to be part of this thing. So does it really matter whether they're in as San Jose West? Can they be in Oakland and also be part of your thing? Can they you train them and then now you have other trainers in other parts of the Bay Area? Is that correct? Or how
Yeah,
does it?
it's possible to grow and expand to definitely to other areas, such as you mentioned, Newark. Yeah, Newark is an area that I get requests in sometimes, and as well as Fremont and northeast areas. And so, we can train them live online, and if there is a trainer that's close enough, then we can fulfill that.
So send me a trainer. Is that a franchise?
Yes, it is. Yeah. So I'm a franchisee owner with Send Me a Trainer. I started my own in-home personal training business 5 years ago called KaiQuest Fitness. I kept my entity name, KaiQuest Fitness, but now I'm DBA Send Me a Trainer San Jose West, because I purchased the rights to use the Send Me a Trainer app and platform, and so now I'm also a franchisee owner with Send Me a Trainer.
So let's say someone's listening to this and they were interested in being a franchisee as well. How does that go? They have to call the franchisor, or do they call you, or what happens?
So if they are interested, then there is a process to go through. Um, the best way is to speak with the owners of the whole franchise. Um, so yeah, and they can go online to sendmeatrainer.com, and there's a button there that says I'm interested in being a franchisee owner. And there's also a button if they're interested in becoming a trainer, so
Mhm.
that the trainer would be assigned to the most local send me a trainer area, uh, if they're have a one that's local enough. Because I'm always looking for great trainers.
Okay, Zane, is there
All
anything
right.
else you'd like to add?
Well, I appreciate your time, Paul. It's been a real pleasure sharing my story and sharing what I do. You can tell I'm passionate about it. I can hardly stop talking. But whoever listened to this entire presentation or this entire YouTube video, great job. I congratulate you. You must have a reason for watching it as well. And if you do, reach out to me and I can help you
What's your number?
further with what you're looking for.
What's your number?
My number is currently 408-256-9888.
That's good. You see on my screen here, it says, decide your habits, decide your future, right?
Decide your habits, decide your future. I love it, Paul.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So exactly what you're doing, right?
That's right. Yes.
Change your habits, the way they eat, the way they work, or what they eat, what they, so
Yes.
basically, how to sleep and stuff like that. So great. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and your vision.
Yeah, and I'm really happy that I'm a part of your All About the Bay. I'm on your website there as well, so you can check out my listing.
Yes.
I Send Me a Trainer listing there, and so it's just really exciting to be a part of your business. You're All About the Bay, your passion as well, Paul, to connect people together.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, have a good night. Okay.
Bye.